respected judges, dignified guests, and my fellow citizens. Good morning. I am Vedant Kaneri from Aryabhatta College of Commerce and Economics, and I am here today not just to make a speech, but to highlight a quiet revolution, one that doesn't always hit the headlines but changes thousands of lives every year. It's the tale of government scholarship schemes, which is an unseen bridge that bridges dreams with destinations and potential with prosperity. Far too many times do we discuss India's economic emergence and our technological progress. But amidst every success story, there is a plain reality. Talent is pan-world, but opportunity is not. And that's precisely where these scholarship programs take over. They do not dispense only the money, but also hope, liberation, and future. Let's go back to 2018. The post-matric scholarship scheme for minority communities saw more than 5 lakh applications. Now pause for a moment and picture that figure. 5 lakh. That's not a number. That's 500,000 young minds and 500,000 dreams waiting to be written. Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Maharashtra were the leading states, demonstrating how deeply this scheme reached the heart of India's diverse and dynamic minority communities. Indeed, the Muslim community had the biggest share, but this scheme included all of them: Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains and Parsis, demonstrating that inclusion is not simply a phrase in an idealistic policy document. It is a living and breathing ethic of our democracy. But don't be mistaken, this is not about money. It's about freedom. The ability to opt for education instead of child labor. The ability to attend college without being overwhelmed by debt. And the ability to aspire higher than your situation. These scholarships don't cover fees alone, but unlock doors, remove burdens, and open up futures. Now let's proceed to another symbol of empowerment: the central sector scheme of scholarship for college and university students. Every year, this scheme benefits 82,000 students belonging to poor families who have established their worth through sheer effort and merit. And what's most remarkable, you ask? An equal number of boys and girls seats. Because progress cannot be called progress if half the country is left behind in the India that we are constructing. This scholarship rewards merit, students who score above the 80th percentile in class 12 board exams. It does not matter what you wish to be when you grow up: an engineer, a doctor, a teacher or an artist. What really matters is your commitment, your work ethic and your determination. By this, our government is explicitly stating that excellence should be given opportunity, not privilege. Now, let us discuss a community that is frequently facing barriers: the disabled. The pre-matric and post-matric scholarships for students with disabilities under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment are a reflection of what inclusion actually means. These schemes provide readership assistance, reader support, maintenance allowance and fee reimbursement, not as indulgences but as facilitators of equality. Take the case of a visually challenged student who wishes to pursue law. For him or her, a reader isn't an indulgence, it's a requirement. Imagine a student with mobility challenges who needs transport support to simply reach class. For him or her, that allowance is not charity but access to dignity. And here's something remarkable: 50% of these scholarships are reserved for girls, because real equality isn't about treating everyone the same. It is understanding who's the most vulnerable and prioritizing them. But even the best policy is a failure if nobody knows about it. And that leads us to one of the greatest challenges: awareness and access. Too many worthy students are still missing out, not because they are lacking ability, but because they are missing information or are lost in paperwork. So let's discuss something that seems little but is important. Documentation. Eligibility certificates, proof of income, bona fide letters, mark sheets, fee receipts. To most, they seem like just paperwork. But in fact, they are doors to possibility. Each form you sign and each document you send is a stepping stone to your destiny. So to all students out there, don't view these forms as walls but as bridges, because that bridge may take you from the classroom of a small town to the university of a nation, and from confinement to freedom. The impact of scholarships doesn't end with the student. When one student from a struggling family gets a scholarship, the entire household feels it. Parents who once worried about fees can now sleep peacefully. Siblings see what is possible when one person breaks through. And communities begin to believe that education is not a privilege, it's a path. Scholarships don't simply pay for education. They ignite ambition. They reduce dropout rates and empower families. And most significantly, they increase what is possible and who gets to succeed. That is the real magic of these schemes. They cause ripples of change which go way beyond one person. So as we stand here today, let us ask ourselves, how can we make this system more powerful? Here is my message to people who can control the outreach of these schemes. To policymakers, continue simplifying processes. Simplify application portals. Translate information into local languages. Remember, inclusion starts with accessibility. To educators, be the guiding hand your students require. Discuss these schemes in classrooms, assemblies, and parent-teachers meetings. Sometimes a teacher's word can transform a student's whole destiny. To students, do not hold back to apply. This is no charity, but your right to opportunity. You are not seeking assistance, you are asserting what your hard work has earned. And to all the citizens present here today, let's get the word out. Discuss these schemes in your homes, schools, neighborhoods, and workplaces. Because the first step to empowerment is awareness. When we bet on students who have been overlooked, underappreciated, or underestimated, we are not just transforming one life at a time. We are creating a nation that is taller, brighter, and bigger in dreams. In conclusion, government scholarship programs are not schemes. They are commitments, promises that each child, no matter what religion, region, gender, or ability, has a right to a fair shot at achievement. So let us support these efforts. Let us make sure that no worthy student is ever left behind. Because what truly measures a nation's progress is not how far the elite can climb, but how far the underprivileged can reach when given an opportunity. If we help others, we help ourselves. If we invest in the education sector, we invest in India. And if we believe in the potential of every student, we build a future that belongs to all of us. Thank you.